Have you ever felt you know nothing all of a sudden? Tiana waits the prince, and after comforting him, he realizes some skills can be learned now, right? They sip thick soup and joke, unaware the ghosts are closing in. At that moment, Raymond excitedly announces Evangeline's arrival. Nobody realized that Raymond's fireflies were actually a star. Louis tried to spill the beans, but the prince quickly shut him up. Unwilling to shatter Raymond's sweet illusion, Tiana accepted the prince's invite under moonlight and music. Just as they leaned in to kiss, Tiana suddenly came to her senses. The prince was about to marry Charlotte. She wouldn't betray her friend. Just then, ghosts appeared and took the prince away. Everyone stood there in stunned silence, utterly at a loss for what to do, when suddenly several beams of light emerged, vanquishing the ghosts and saving the prince. What an extraordinary 197-year-old witch. This 197-year-old stunning beauty is the very one everyone has been searching for, the money witch. The witch took them to her place, busily boiling soup. Tiana offered tips for tastier soup. In return, the witch asked for their wishes. Without hesitation, Tiana said she wanted to be human again. But the witch wasn't satisfied and told them to think carefully about their true needs. She bluntly told the prince that what he needed wasn't money. With her guidance, he quickly grasped what he wanted, but Tiana was still in the fog, only thinking about turning human to open her restaurant. The witch said no more. Charlotte's father would play the Fairy King at tonight's carnival. If Tiana kissed the prince before midnight, the spell would be lifted. When Louis asked if he could become human too, the witch said that all it takes is effort. To make it back before midnight, Louis carried them onto a yacht, just as a few humans strolled by. They panicked and looked for a place to hide, but the huge Louis had nowhere to go. Thankfully, there was a masquerade on the boat, and everyone thought he was invited to join the band. Louis' dream fulfilled. The prince and Tiana grew closer, and Anna invited him to Louis' show. But the prince declined. He picked up some fallen pearls and made a makeshift ring, mimicking how he had confessed to Tiana. Just then, Raymond walked by and thought he was hitting on his goddess, so he didn't hesitate to throw a punch. The prince quickly explained himself, clearing up the misunderstanding. Then he told Raymond he'd not stay with Charlotte and would help Tiana open a restaurant. Late at night, he invited Tiana to the deck and prepared a candlelit dinner. Tiana was amazed. No one has ever done this for me. What is this? The prince smiled. Yes, you've greatly influenced me. It's amazing. I've dated no more than 2, 3, maybe a few. No, it's 2, 3, not many women, he continued. Never mind, listen, you're really so different. You're a man. No, you're not a man. Overwhelmed by nerves, he failed to express his love, blurting out awkward words instead. In the end, he was in disarray. Tiana gazed at the restaurant, excitedly envisioning her bright future. Her happy smile let the prince see its significance to her. However, if he couldn't come up with more money by tomorrow, it meant he had to marry Charlotte to buy that restaurant for Tiana. The prince chose to forego his confession, aiding Tiana to realize her dream. Seeing him depart in despair, she felt mixed emotions. Why am I feeling this way? I've always been certain of my goals. What should I do now? Just as Tiana was still confused, the prince was nabbed by the pursuing ghost. Tonight was supposed to be Charlotte's big day. Lawrence, lacking the necklace, dared not appear and left with an excuse. As usual, he didn't show up. Fortunately, Ghost brought the prince before the wizard, needing his fresh blood. With that, Lawrence was finally able to tie the knot with Charlotte. By the time the yacht docked, everyone realized the prince was missing. Raymond accidentally revealed the prince's proposal plan, and Tiana realized the prince liked her. She always thought the prince was just after rich Charlotte, and hurried out to find him. But just in time, she saw Lawrence pretending to be the prince proposing to Charlotte. Raymond sensed trouble, thinking Tiana and the prince should have turned human together. He tried to explain, but Tiana fled. He found her in the graveyard, wanting to tell her something didn't add up. But Tiana wasn't listening. She started talking about the latest gossip on Evangeline. Evangeline is just a star, an ugly blob a few million kilometers away. I've got to open your eyes before you get hurt. Meanwhile, the prince was locked in a box, and Raymond stumbled upon him. Raymond transformed into a key and unlocked the box. The prince jumped out just in time to interrupt the wedding. Lawrence, fearing the truth would spill, took her to hide. but the prince seized the opportunity to grab the necklace. Subtitles: he tossed the necklace to Raymond, who then flew off with it. A horde of ghosts pursued them closely. Louis, having realized his dream, revealed his true form without hesitation, scared the humans away, and followed. Raymond, with the necklace, found Tiana and quickly explained everything that had happened. With the ghost coming back, she urged Tiana to take the necklace and run while she stayed behind to hold them off. Her shine could hold back the ghosts until the arriving wizard stumped her down. Once they had left, Louis finally made his arrival. Tiana was caught by the ghostly minions with nowhere to run and had to threaten them with a smashed necklace. The wizard used a sword-shaped spell to turn her back into a human and then showed her the future. Her dream restaurant looked magnificent, but sadly, the prince was nowhere to be seen. The wizard promised that if she gave up the necklace, he'd grant her wishes, even bring her dead father back. But her father's image made her realize something. Even though he never achieved his dreams, she had something so much more important: love and family. That's why she was so happy. Tiana, now enlightened, smashed the necklace to the ground. Unexpectedly, the wizard cast a spell, turning her back into a frog. With the necklace back in his grasp, the wizard was brimming with confidence, but Tiana knew that villains often fall due to their own arrogance. Subtitle: Tiana snatched up the necklace with her tongue and completely smashed it to pieces. Now, the deal with the underworld was off. Necklace destroyed, the wizard was doomed, and the underworld claimed his life as a toll. Later on, Lawrence in disguise was taken away by the police. The prince calmly explained everything to Charlotte. He promised he would marry her, but only on the condition that she helped Tiana buy the restaurant. Tiana was indeed the prince's unrequited love, forever unable to be together. Charlotte agreed. However, precisely at the moment when they were about to show their preference for the prince, Tiana suddenly appeared and interrupted their plan. Nevertheless, the prince still intended to assist Tiana by means of the deal. Charlotte was touched by their genuine love, tears streaming down her face. But just at that moment, the midnight bell tolled. Once midnight struck, Charlotte lost her princess status, and no matter how hard she tried to kiss the prince, it just didn't work. Feeling guilty, she apologized to them.